Hey everyone, welcome back. I hope you're all doing well and having a wonderful new year in 2026. I thought it'd be really fun to do a different type of video this time and do a bit of a highlight reel of things that we've achieved together as a Spring Squad in 2025. Because I'm telling you, I looked at my calendar and we have all collectively have done a lot of things for good. And it's been so nice to take a trip down memory lane. And I've also realized that my personal calendar, I've done more traveling than I've ever done in my entire life in all of my years of living and content creation. And that's saying a lot. I feel like I blinked and it already became the end of the year. So nothing made any sense in 2025. And now that I took that time to look back, I am truly, honestly, so heavily grateful and appreciative for every single last one of you all for watching my videos, whether it was sponsored or not, or whether it was like a variety type of content for like Town to City or Make Room or Tiny Bookshop or any kind of indie game that we played on YouTube, especially in my Twitch streams. I am so grateful. I felt like I took this time of like 2025 to really do things that I've always wanted to do and bring you all along the journey. And I'm all about manifesting good things for good people and manifesting good for me because I want my life to be great and happy and lovely. I was put on this earth to do two things: entertain people and help other people. I will always and forever fundraise for charity no matter what it might be. We've fundraised for, the Palestine Children's Relief Fund, Hope for Haiti, It Gets Better. We've fundraised for St. Jude. We've fundraised for American Heart Association. We've done fundraising for the Alvea Sanctuary. And recently we raised over $1.6 thousand raised for Feeding America in December. So we've done so many great things for charity wise. And I feel like I've done a lot of things for entertainment wise this year that you may or may not know. I've kind of shared it everywhere on social media. If you don't follow me on like Instagram or Twitter or even Twitch, I talk about this on Twitch a lot. For 3 hours a day, every day, Monday through Saturday, we're always doing something quirky and wacky. And I kind of just want to share those highlights with you. And especially, of course, sharing some Twitch clips of some funny moments that have happened on stream that you may or may not have seen or know about. Because some of you all are pretty new to the channel, especially on YouTube and especially on Twitch. And most of you all probably don't know the memes that have happened since, January of 2025. So I've kind of made a list in my notepad to kind of keep track of what I've done each month. And I'm like, how am I still alive? Am I sane? Am I okay? Sometimes yes, sometimes no. And I'm like, we're going to just let it be how it's going to be and hope for the best and keep on a living. As my grandpa had always said when he was living, keep on a living. In January of 2025, I really had the best month of my life. I felt as I was really stuck in my home, not doing things that I didn't know what to do, but I took the chance on life and actually got out of my house, experienced new life experiences. I went to some YouTube creator events to meet other creators, meet the YouTube team, and just be amongst other like-minded people because I have a hard time really, getting out there and meeting other people and being social. I'm a very much of an introverted person and very shy and anxious. And whenever I'm in a social setting, I never know what to say or how to insert myself into conversations, especially when it's like a common conversation, like saying, what do you do? How do you do this? And I just have a hard time speaking to people. And I think also in the past 5 years of the Panini, I still am trying to understand how to speak to people. And in February, I went to my friend Simsy and Dan's wedding in Florida, and it was truly a magical and whimsical moment. Everyone was so lovely. I got to meet all of my friends. I got to meet Simsy's family, extended family. They were all so lovely. And just being in Florida, one, it was nice there. I went to Disney, and I have not gone to Disney in a very long time. But also in that same week, I also got to be a co-host on the Sims 25-hour live stream with amongst a bunch of other people who were also doing it as well. And that was kind of like my very first hosting-esque type of thing virtually for The Sims. And that was really a huge highlight because as a Sims lover of 25, 26 years now, I've always felt like I wanted to work with The Sims on something. And being able to do hosting for them was really exciting. Some of you all were actually there in the live stream, especially in the late lot hours of that 25-hour live stream. But I got to do that. And then within that same month, towards the end of the month, I got to go to New York City to do another co-hosting gig for YouTube with The Sims for the Sims 25th anniversary in New York City with Kelsey and Peachy K. And that was really fun to be a part of that because I was traveling to Florida and then I went back home and then I went to New York to do more hosting. And then literally at the end of that month, I turned 29 years old. But literally within that like week of my birthday, I'm not joking. If y'all don't know, I'm an actor. I do a lot of voice acting and on-camera acting, and I have agents in different places, and I have a manager. So they are truly my people. They are my family. They are my everything. They've guided me. They've paved the way to get me where I need to go. And my acting coach, Kimberly Crandall, has coached me for a very long time. And we did a podcast episode a while back ago. If you haven't listened to it, you should. It's really, really great. She's so knowledgeable and so helpful for many different reasons for acting. And she's just lovely, truly, truly lovely. But in that same month, I turned 29. A couple days later, I get an audition from my agent saying, hey, do this audition, this quick turnaround for Chicago Fire. And so I'm like, Chicago Fire, I love that show. I've seen every single episode. I'm always caught up. And I auditioned literally the day of. I auditioned for Chicago Fire. I go to Chicago with my dad because a father-son trip to Chicago. And then literally the next day, I get an email from my agent, pinned. And then literally the same day, I get unavailable. And then I booked the role on Chicago Fire. So it was like, February was a very chaotic month on so many levels. I achieved so many dreams. I got to meet all of my friends, and it was just so nice and just warm. I will always and forever cherish February because February is like, my birthday month. Kind of biased, but February was like, I knew good things were going to happen for the remainder of the year. And lo and behold, it did, but it got a little bit sad towards the end of the year, and I'll get to that later. But in March, I was prepping for Chicago Fire, so I was going to Chicago every so often to, do prosthetics and then kind of get things ready and then start filming my set episode. I started taking piano lessons this year, which was something on my bucket list for a very long time. As a person who did choir and show choir my entire life and loves musicals and loves dancing and singing, piano was something I've always wanted to try and achieve as a musical instrument. But then I also started working on my very first short film script, which I'm still writing at this moment because even though I love storytelling, I still have a hard time kind of, getting the structure together. So I started taking script writing classes to get a little bit better at that. And that has been very helpful. And I will say I'm excited for the future for 2026 and eventually 2027. Will my short film be directed by somebody? Myself? I don't know. Will it be on Netflix? Will it be on streaming? Will it be on YouTube exclusively? I don't know. We will have to wait and see and manifest for good things for us. Because I would not be here if it weren't for you all watching my videos and supporting my content. But in April, we did some fundraising as an annual thing. If you don't know, we fundraise for Hope for Haiti for their annual campaign, Hike for Haiti, every year in April. And we've been doing that for the past 5 or 6 years now. And in 1 month, me and my team, we raised over $10,000, which is super, super amazing. Because basically, if you don't know about Hope for Haiti is a charity organization based in Naples, Florida, that helps the Haitian community in Marquardt. And in Marquardt, the Haitian community have to climb 10.5 miles every single day just to get access to clean water, education, economic opportunities, and just basic health care. And so I always firmly believe that I want to help them the best way I know how, and that's doing it online. Since the earthquake over 10 years ago, I felt like it was in my power, in my heart, that I wanted to do something good for change. And so 10 years later, I'm still doing it, and I'm very happy that I'm doing this online with you all, and we're raising so much money for them, and we're doing so much social good, and we're going to continue to do that for the rest of our lives. At least I will. We'll be doing that for the rest of my life. But we did a lot of fundraising for that. And then also in that same month, my Chicago Fire episode aired on April 23rd. It's season 13, episode 19, Permanent Damage is the title of said episode. So if you have seen it, thank you. If you haven't, you should go watch it. But in May of next month, we did some other good stuff. We did some hosting for the Sims Kit Developer live stream, and that was very fun. We also fundraised for St. Jude Children's Research Hospital. In 1 month, we raised over $10,000 for the kids of St. Jude, which I'm like, hello? That's insane. But also in that same month, I submitted my application to be nominated for Forbes 30 Under 30. Ever since I was in 8th grade, I always wanted to achieve Forbes 30 Under 30 some way, somehow. I just didn't know how to get there. I just knew if I wrote down a concrete list of things that I wanted to achieve before I was 30, I knew eventually I would get there. I just didn't know when it was going to happen. I just knew I had to be under 30 to get there. But also, it's a very common misconception that you can pay your way to get onto the Forbes 30 Under 30 list. That is not the case. You cannot pay your way. I didn't pay anyone. I'm not rich. Not the richest person in the world can get on that list to pay their way through. All you got to do is put in your application to nominate yourself or have someone else nominate you, whether they're a high prestigious person or somebody previously on the list. I had my friend Emma Nicole nominate me for the list, and also the CEO of Hope for Haiti to nominate me for that list as well. And I had a lot of really good credentials that I think would be very helpful to put in my application. And some way, somehow, the Forbes team loved my application. I was shortlisted, and then I eventually got onto the list later in December of 2025. So it's very surreal, and I'm still like not understanding that I'm actually on the list because it just happened a couple weeks ago and nothing felt real. In June, I went to another friend's wedding, which was really fun and very whimsical and magical, dancing, singing, cackling, all the things. And I also got my braces off in June as well. So having no braces was very, very good. Of 2.5 years of wearing them, I was like, take them off, please and thank you. But then in July, I spent the majority of that time working on relaunching my podcast. So I spent the majority of July pre-recording at least 10 episodes in advance. And so if you have been listening to my podcast, all of those episodes have been recorded like in July and August, and then later on were released in like November time. So when we were talking about Sims and our love for the Sims and the future of the Sims, all that was pre-recorded. But of course, several months later, the EA buyout was announced, and I was not joking when I tell you, me and my friend Emma Nicole were in Columbus, Ohio for the Forbes 30 Under 30 Summit, and we were literally crashing out. I've never felt more angrier in my life and more stressed out in my life when I heard the news and saw the news, and I'm still like upset till this day to know that this buyout is still happening. And I'm like, I'm going to actually crash out one of these days and it's going to be ugly. But that was like one of the most lowest points in my entire life of 2025. But I will say with all of that, with July of working on my podcast and pre-recording, I got shortlisted on Forbes 30 Under 30 in July, which resulted into me working on an actual like Google document that felt like a college application. It was several pages long of adding in more information about me, my school, the financial stuff, any other future things that were going on. I had to add into that Google form, and it was like 5 or 6 pages, something like that. And I submitted it. It took me about like a week and a half, 2 weeks to like fill it all out and think about it and, consult with my manager so that things look good and nice and neat. And of course, having references to vouch for me even more. It was just very chaotic that month. But in August, we were sponsored by Home Depot for Twitch, and I love Home Depot. I've been a big fan of Home Depot before, and this was actually their second time sponsoring us on Twitch, which I thought was so cool that they came back. And I'm like, yes, please and thank you. I love Home Depot. I love what they do. I love their store. I love everything. Very easier and very convenient. That's usually where I go for any. Next month in September, I attended the Forbes 30 Under 30 Summit for the very first time in Columbus, Ohio, where I got to meet my friend Emma Nicole for the very first time. And that summit was absolutely iconic. Everything about it, lovely. Every panel, stunning. I also started relaunching my podcast as well in September, which was really fun. It was September 30th when I relaunched my podcast. And then that was like the first episode, September 30th. And I'm like, okay, it's out there for season 2. I hope people like it. If they don't, that's okay. I felt like I've grown a lot as a person, but I've also grown a lot as a creator. And I wanted to share a little bit more about my life through my podcast. It's a very chill, laid back, open, raw, and honest conversations with other creators and even myself that I think was very helpful for me to like share onto the internet even more, but in podcast form. But in the next month, October, I went to TwitchCon for my third time in a row, and I got to be on a panel to talk about charity fundraising with Rosanna, TXT, Lil Simsy, Smirky, and it was really fun to be on that panel with them and just kind of just talk about charity fundraising and the effective ways of charity fundraising online and how to be collaborative with other people as well. But the other month for November, we were sponsored by Universal Pictures for the Wicked for Good movie. And this is actually the second time they sponsored our streams. Last year, we did a sponsored stream for the first Wicked movie with my friend Rochella. We played Roblox with the Roblox Wicked RP game that they had, and that was really fun. But for Wicked for Good, I got to kind of build two opposite houses in The Sims 4, one pink, one green, one for Alphaba, one for Glinda. It was just very nice. Plus, we were fundraising for the Alveus Sanctuary that same day, and it was really surreal and very fun to know more about the Alveus Sanctuary, of what they do and what they represent, and how they kind of keep these wildlife animals secure, safe, and happy. And honestly, I saw Wicked for Good literally the next day. I sobbed my eyes out. Everything about Wicked for Good, 10 and 10, stellar. If you haven't seen it, you should, especially knowing full well that Wicked for Good is like a different spin on the first movie. They filmed them simultaneously. Like one day they would film for Wicked, the next day they would film for Wicked for Good. Everything was filmed at the same time. And I think that's like the best way to go about it, especially for Wicked. And there's so much stuff they could even talk about. I would love an extended version of Wicked for Good and Wicked. They just started releasing deleted scenes of Wicked and Wicked for Good on social media. And I'm like, where was this in the film? Give me an extended version of Wicked for Good, or at least a director's cut of Wicked for Good, because that would be lovely. But that all happened in November. And then in December, on December 2nd of 2025, around like 6 a.m. in the morning, I got on Forbes 30 under 30 in the games list. And I'm not joking. That morning, I screamed, cried, because I felt like it wasn't real. I did not think me getting on Forbes 30 under 30 on the games list at 29 years old would actually happen. I knew eventually it would happen some way, somehow in my years of living. And I knew I had to be under 30, and I knew this was my last year to get onto the list. And if it didn't happen, it didn't happen. But it did. So I'm just like, I achieved everything I wanted to achieve before I was 30. I adopted a dog like last year in 2024. I performed at Carnegie Hall in my senior year of high school. I got my first place to live in. I was more independent. I went to university. I got my degree. I did all these things I wanted to do. I got to work with The Sims on several different projects throughout my years since 2015. And I'm just like, this all would have not happened if it weren't for you all, my parents, my friends, believing in me and cheering me on and supporting my content, myself, for all the things that I have done. I literally was put on this earth to do two things: entertain people and help other people. And you all gave me the path to do that. I simply cannot tell you enough that I am so forever grateful, because YouTube was a place where I felt like I could share my stories, my personality, myself, whether it was in The Sims or whether it was like in indie games. I got to do what I wanted to do because of you all. And the fact that this is my career, it makes me very happy. And even though I still play The Sims 24/7 constantly, I am more than just The Sims. I am more than just the video game that you see day in and day out on YouTube or on streams. I am a storyteller through and through. I will always storytell the best way I know how, whether it's in The Sims, in my short film scripts, in my book that I'm writing, whatever it might be. I love storytelling. And I always say, if you don't see it, create it. And it's a true fact. If you don't see it in the world or in your area, create it. Like, what's literally stopping you from achieving your goals? People? Fear? Time? Maybe. But don't let time, fear, or people stop you from achieving your dreams, period. Because people will always tear you down and say, oh, you can't do this, you can't do that because of X, Y, and Z things. That's a lie. That's crazy. Let's not put that energy in 2026. Let that be known. do things you want to do because you can achieve no matter what people say. And the last and final thing that I did in December is I went back to New York for 24 hours for the Forbes 30 Under 30 Toaster Celebration event for 2026. And since I'm on the list, I got invited, and it was really exciting to go to New York again, where it kind of all got started for me for the beginning of 2025. I got to meet new people that were on the list, people that were working at Forbes. I just got to experience New York in a different light. I got to experience Times Square more. I bought some books. I got to ride the transit again, which honestly, I'm not joking. This is like a weird thing because I'm from the Midwest and we don't really have transit. We do, but I just don't do transit because I have a car. But taking the New York Transit is kind of exciting. I don't know how to explain it, but I find it so thrilling to ride transit in New York City. It is the most least complicated transit system in the entire world in my eyes. Washington, D.C., pretty easy. Chicago, insane. California, also insane. Europe, not as bad. But the easiest to understand is New York City. I've only been there at least maybe 4 times in my life, but only rode the transit twice in my life. Very easy. I'm one of those people who have gone to a place, stay there for one day, and I feel like a local, but I'm not. But it just feels like that I am because I know where I want to go. But then I also know where I need to be at a certain time so I get off at the correct stop instead of the wrong stop. If you know, you know. Either way, I'm just very, very grateful and very happy that I got to do that and achieve all these things because of you all for supporting me all these years. And I cannot wait to see what we achieve in 2026. And this actually is New Year's Day. This is like actually the first video that I'm posting on New Year's, so it feels very weird. But to say all of that, I think it'll be a good time to leave you all with a good compilation of some very interesting, memeable, and questionable Twitch clips that we've had throughout 2025. So I hope you all enjoy them. Oh, there's Ready Joe! Woo!
Come on, look the damn code on you.
We deserve each other, and Galinda, help it come true. We deserve each other, me and Bach. Oh my gosh, my tree caught on fire. Oh my gosh, Anna, just don't stand there. My tree caught on fire. Not him extinguishing the flames of the tree in the rain. Sir, that worked? Sims 2 is weird. And what's crazy, I have a lightning rod. That's so funny. Hello? Oh my gosh, my other tree's on fire. And here's Charles with his fire extinguisher, extinguishing the flame of the tree in the rain. Kind of overwhelming around here.
Yeah, we had, I don't remember how close we are together, but we had an ice storm like a couple of days ago. Did you? Yeah, that's what I thought.
Hey, Violet. Hello? I don't think that's how you're supposed to carry your child. Are you okay? Hello? Where are you? Oh. That's concerning. Declare Nancy your enemy right now.
I wonder if I can.
Mean, malicious, declare enemy. Oh
I
my
need
god.
to get him a pet bowl.
No, you
We can't have him hate us.
Wake up, Terrence.
Terrence!
Terrence, wake
Come
up.
on!
We have things to do.
I have them on. What do you mean?
The rules of the road don't apply today for Dabney.
I have my lights on. I don't understand.
I need to make.
Beep beep, open the fence.
There's no way.
I do.
As an adult, oh yeah, oh yeah. Worked a job once where I go all over the place and she wouldn't give me a lunch break.
Oh my gosh.
My car.
Sure.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Are you painting over my painting? Nessa Rose, that's why no one likes you. That's why the house fell on you for a reason, Nessa Rose. Out here painting over my still life painting, and for what? We're just patiently waiting for, oh my gosh. Hold on. We're gonna get it of my alien. Ah, it's happening. It's happening. Ah. Oh my gosh. This is, oh my gosh. It's giving Bella Goth. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. It's giving Bella Goth. I love that for me. I'm gonna come back pregnant. Just you wait. Is my infant traumatized though? My infant's traumatized. Yay! We trauma bond together. Once a family, always a family. We love that. Okay, I got your info. Can I ask the child about, ask about the suspect. The child, I'm sorry, but I can't help you. Who did you see? Isn't that him over there? It's Boo Boo the Fool. Mr. Boo Boo the Fool is the culprit. The one, not the myth. Well, the myth, not the legend, but Boo Boo the Fool. This pack is so unique and so perfect for what it brings. 3 worlds, so much adventure, never-ending gameplay. The game just crashed. Why are you sweating? Why are you breathing so heavy? Was that you? That was you right there. And there, and there. Explain that, Kalani. Sir, I wasn't even born. Neither was I. But Rainy Joe has graced us with his presence today, which is quite unusual, but yet not unusual at the same time. But he's gonna go eat some food because he just got back home. But yes, little baby has, yes. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Hi. Hi. Hey. 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 Hi. Can I have your food? Hi. Hi. Don't mind me. I'm just making some paint, you know. I'm trying to be an artist. I gotta really like get into it. I'm locked in. I'm just gonna do that. Here we go. Yeah, you like the paint? Yeah, I can do a little bit more. Yes. Little paw here, little paw there. Yes, yes. Oh, so cute. Wait, is it a limo? Wait, y'all got a limo to work? The fact that a Sims carpool can be a limo is so funny to me. Okay, we out here living the bougie life. Are you trying to flirt with the driver? Heather Marie Durbin. Oh, why are you looking back? Why are you looking back? You look sketchy anyway. I don't trust these Sims. Yeah. I'm sorry, what was that? Woohooed with the Grim. How is that an infant milestone? What infant is woohooing with death?
I think we have to go here. Oh, okay. Oh no!
Ah!
I'm so sorry.
No! No! I'm now a host, or now I'm a waiter at this restaurant. And today I opened up my own restaurant lot. It cost me 2,900 simoleons. Cost a pretty penny. Oh yeah, and also, my coworker, Meadow, called me ugly in my own house. Not once, but twice. Burn book, diary entry number 1.
A marshmallow. And then we get
Oh.
the other one to Sammy.
Oh, hey.
Okay.
Ah! No! No! Oh my goodness. Wait. What? Hold on. Was Corbin and Marissa? Wait a minute. Be slapped? Wait a minute. Wait, hold on. Are you telling me that Marissa Cleveland, who is Justin Cleveland's mother, is she having an affair with Corbin Barnett? Wait a minute. What did I do?
You have the big tree badge.
No! 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 Not my head! My fat head is stuck between a rock and a tree. My fat old head is stuck between a rock and a tree. Oh my gosh. It's so cool. There's no way to die by jellyfish sting, by the way. I was kind of sad about that. Hello? 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 Are you okay? Hello? 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 I don't like that. Oh my gosh. I didn't like that at all. Oh, that was horrifying. No, see, no new death, but new nightmare. Getting on my last nerve. Hello? No, Erica, that is not how you swim. If you're gonna swim, swim in the pool over here. Erica. Miss Ma'am, where are you going? Swimming in the ground has been a common glitch for a while, but I think it's like a new bug with eventual weights. Wait, eat this. Eat that. Eat it. Don't pass out. No! I passed out. Hold the wick of the burrow. At the burrow. Can I collect my stuff outside? All my stuff. No. Please tell me it's still there. Please tell me it's still there. Please tell me it's still there. Please tell me. It is. Thank goodness. It's still there. At the end of this year, he'll be 4. December 16th. He has no thoughts in his little head. Not a single thought. Oh my gosh! Wait! I've been waiting for this. I've been waiting for this the entire time. I can finally adopt a baby. I was waiting. All I needed was a crib. And Sebastian said, should we adopt a baby? Yes. Right now. Give me baby. I want baby. I finally have a child. On winter of day 3 in year 4. Here's my child. If y'all have never seen him, here he is. Randy Joe has made the scene. He's only 3.5. He'll be 4 in December. You're getting old, old man. You're getting old. He has no idea what's going on. No! Are you serious? In the bathroom? He's dying in the bathroom? Not the suitcase. No! Okay, you're asleep. Okay, well, we've got a grandpa over here doing a little schmushel in the bathroom. I think we all know what happens in the bathroom. Sims don't make it out alive, but you got him, Mr. Chris J, doing Thriller like Michael Jackson. I have so many questions. And if you haven't heard the news, I did get on Forbes 30 under 30, but I got on Forbes 30 under 30. Here, if you didn't see it, this is the website. This is me. That's me. It's real. They're the congrats. But yeah, that's me. I got a whole bio and everything. That's me. Lying is not in my vocab. Ooh.
Yeah, totally perfect driving. A+ material.
There's no way that just happened. Me finding another body? Crazy. Any... Oh my god.
Clear any of those people.
I can't believe this! I can't... I was literally joking, like, what if I find next body?
What is going on?
Where's
Can
the
I also
body?
just say, Steven was unlocking a door while everyone was scrambling trying to fix the thing, and Steven was just standing there like, la-di-da-di-da.
Steven, where's the
Okay.
body?
the body was outside of communications. That dream I'm dreaming, but there's a voice inside my head saying you'll never reach it. Every step I'm taking, every path I make feels lost but no direction.
Oh my
Thank
God.
you so much for inviting me, guys.
Thank
Yeah,
you
thank
for
you for
joining
I love
us.
hanging out with you guys.
Oh, do not. No. No! I hate this game. This game's awful. No one play Animal Crossing ever again. Oh my gosh! Oh, I'm so sorry, Renee. Flip, flip, flip. And to end this video off on a good note, I just want to say thank you all so much for supporting me for 2025, and let this 2026 year lead us to success, happiness, excitement, love, and good fortune, whatever that means to you. And I'll say it once and I'll say it again. You are kind, you are loved, you are smart, you are important, and you can do anything in your life no matter what people say. And just know, I believe in you. And to all that to say, I hope you all enjoyed this video as much as I did. Go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you all next time in the next video. Bye!